Luke and Love from Paniq Gaming. Sorry this episode is 2 days late, but I still want to show you guys the best Steam games of last week. Let's get started with the top 10. Starting at number 10 for our new PC games out on Steam, Worlds Adrift. Now there were a couple of other games that may have deserved this number 10 spot, but this one is more of a personal bias. I've played this game myself for a few hours and had a blast. Well, kind of. This game is an MMO based on flying and building ships in order to explore new lands. The concept is great and it's been fun to play, except for the fact that it has many bugs. There are more bugs than there are McDonald's in a 5-mile radius of me. That's the only reason this game has gotten a 76% positive reviews out of 217. If they fix up the game and keep working on it, it could be a real gem. Although honestly, for its current price point of $35, I wouldn't recommend it quite yet. Our 9th best Steam game of the week is Starcrawlers. Starcrawlers is a modern take on a classic CRPG dungeon crawler set in a gritty space punk universe. Apparently this is a great new RPG dungeon crawler and has 94% positive reviews out of 220 total. This game is $19.99 currently when it's not on sale, but people are saying it is well worth it. Many comments have said it has great strategic combat, good soundtrack, and great dialogue, and a great story to wrap it all together. At number 8 we have Cave Blazers. No, this game is not about hiding in a cave from your parents in order to smoke without getting caught. Actually, Cave Blazers is described as a challenging and brutal roguelike platformer. It is filled with enemies, weapons, potions, and power-ups in order to make your run through the cave even stronger. One feedback has said this game is like the Risk of Rain meets Spelunky. If going deeper into the Earth's crust appeals to you, then this game is the game to get. It's only $9.99 and has 91% positive reviews out of 400 total reviews. The 7th best new Steam game of the week, Emily is Away 2. Now first, let me say you might be as confused as I am when I first saw this indie simulation game that puts you back into the early 2000s. For me personally, I grew up in the late 90s and early 2000s, and I would like to keep those days in the past where they belong, thank you very much. However, when you look deeper and realize that this game is a sequel to Emily is Away, which has been played by the likes of Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and PewDiePie, you realize how this game got so popular. Already a few days after its release, it has 97% positive reviews out of 513. If you don't trust the reviews though, you can play the first game of the series, Emily is Away, for free on Steam before deciding to buy Emily is Away 2 for $5. Number 6. Life is Feudal Forest Village. Forest Village is a city builder with survival aspects in a realistic, harsh medieval world. Shape, build, expand your settlement, grow various foods to prevent your villagers from starvation. This city builder simulator is set in medieval times and has been compared to the likes of the game Banished. Some say this game is just a complete rip-off of Banished, stating that it is pretty much the same, while others are saying it is like Banished but much improved on it. This game, Forest Village, has a slight more debate whether it's a good game or not, with only 70% positive ratings out of 1.2 thousand reviews. However, a lot of people are loving it, and if you're looking for a city builder with some other elements mixed in, then you can pick this one up for $24.99. Number 5, Dead Realm. This game you can play either as a ghost or human character and work with your friends to run, hide, survive, or die. Dead Realm is another survival horror game on this list, and yet another that has been plagued by some server issues. This game does have 71% positive reviews out of 3,500, which sounds good, but there's a lot more to the story you need to know before ever buying this game. Apparently, while in early access, this game gained massive popularity while being played by a handful of YouTubers. However, when they stopped playing, the game seemed to die and developers seemed to not work on it much at all. Some are saying 3 Black Dot Games released this game finally after 2 years of early access, simply to get a quick buck and run. However, there are a few that are hopeful, saying that they are continuing to work on this game. However, at $14.99, you better beware and see if they actually bring updates before purchasing. If not, then stay away from this game as far as possible. The fourth best PC game out on Steam this week is Vanquish. Platinum Games' revolutionary sci-fi action shooter slide boosts onto PC. Battle legions of future tech enemies using a vast arsenal of weapons, including all the DLC. Vanquish is a single-player, third-person shooter campaign game that boasts great combat with slick controls. The story has seemed to get poor reviews, but who really cares about the story when you're having so much fun sliding around as a robot, blowing up everything in sight with your awesome rockets. Currently, this game has 92% positive reviews out of 732. If you're looking for a great single-player shooter, you can pick this one up on Steam for only $19.99. Number 3, Steel Division Normandy 44. Steel Division Normandy has a tactical real-time strategy game that pits players against AI enemies in a single-player campaign, or against several opponents in a massive 10-on-10 multiplayer battle. The reviews are all over the place for this World War RTS. 80% of them are positive out of 1,500 reviews, but they can't seem to agree on what makes it a good game. Some say this RTS is easy to get into, and some say this has a deep learning curve. Some are saying this game is a lot slower thinking pace, and some are saying it is so fast paced that it's stressful. So if you like RTS games, then I guess you'll have to just find out for yourself which ones are true. That is, if you're willing to fork out $39.99 for this game. The second best Steam game of the week is Friday the 13th, The Game. Friday the 13th, The Game is one of the most highly anticipated horror titles of all time. You will finally be able to take on the role of Jason Voorhees and Camp Crystal Lake counselors. This game, as it says, was a highly anticipated game, and the moment it was released, we saw thousands of people playing it online. However, with a lot of new releases nowadays, the release has had a harsh start. Currently, the game has 65% positive reviews out of 4.3 thousand because of many server crashes and bugs. Even then, there are a lot of people saying the servers are getting better, and when the game does work properly, it is a very fun and intense game, one worth getting. It is currently $40 on Steam though, so you have to ask yourself, is it really worth paying $40 just to give yourself nightmares? The best Steam game of the week is Everspace. Everspace combines fast-paced combat with roguelike elements, great visuals, and a captivating story. It takes you on a challenging journey through an ever-changing, beautifully crafted universe full of surprises. Shoot, craft, and loot your way to victory while the odds are stacked against you. This roguelike game through space has gotten people raving about it with great replayability, tons of upgrades and weapons, and of course, stunning graphics. I mean, seriously, these graphics are so good, they make me want to cry. Anyways, this sci-fi space shooter has amassed 1.4 thousand reviews, 85% of them being positive. Grab this game for $29.99 and get to exploring through space. Thank you guys very much for watching. If you want to support me, then subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, then all I ask is that you hit that orange button in the corner and then click the red play button. That's all you gotta do, even if you don't want to subscribe. Anyways, see you guys in the next video.